D, B series, H22, F series. Those things are what, 25, 30 something plus years old. Everyone knows that Honda did not design those blocks to handle a boost when you strap one of these. And since we love to tinker on those blocks so much, we are the engineers. We're the one doing the research and development. Once you put one of these, you're just too busy on how you can improve. Some engines are very friendly and very responsive when it comes on boosting. Just to give you an example, like the H22, you don't really need to put a Type S cams or a high lift like a. Once you triple the power on your motor, always make sure that you are gonna stop. Please do not forget on upgrading your brakes. Yeah, once you go boost, you ain't going back. That last statement right there is so true. Welcome everyone, SagitNet 2. It's been a while. Today is November 1st. More like an update on adding the sauce on the G23BK. Just got back from a vacation and I've been here almost 2 weeks now, and my body's here but my mind is somewhere else. Apparently I've had too much good time, I guess. Anyway, I was working on the oil system on this one, and this one is proved to be somewhat a little bit. I didn't anticipate that I'm gonna have to make a custom oil drain line, but no biggie. Yeah, earlier I was mocking things up, and this is the old one that I have, and it didn't work. So I know I'm gonna end up making another one. But no biggie. What I'm gonna use, I'm gonna have to get one of those oil drain, like the fitting that's made out of steel, or either make me one or get one. The one that sticks out about 2 or 3 inches or something, and maybe I can weld one of these fitting. What I'm gonna cover on today's episode is all about more like an introduction on how to boost a motor, more like a personal questions rather than how to actually boost a motor. I might give it a little bit a touch here and there. I know some of you new beginners are kind of hesitant on what parts to get and how to do things. Should you spend a lot? Is it okay to use and buy a whole kit that you can find on eBay or something? So I came up with a list that I can think of, more like a qualification or a criteria. It's more like a code when boosting a motor. Boost is addicting. Boost is not for the weak. You must have deep pockets. I don't. My pockets are deep, but it's got a hole in it. Joke aside. And the last one is, once you go boost, you ain't going back. That last statement right there is true. I have some friends that ask me how to boost the motor, but it's more like I question them. I always ask them, you have to have a commitment. You have to be committed on your cause once you strap one of these. If you are doing it on your daily, my recommendation is don't do it. There's a lot of things can happen. A lot of things can go wrong, and you ended up with no transportation how to get to your job. If you have an expertise, your mechanical skills are good, you're very good on tinkering things, by all means. Like I said earlier, I want everyone to experience what I have experienced. It's another, it will put you on a different level. It will teach you how to drive again, respect others, and respect the power that you have on your car. And also, I ask this: if anything goes wrong, if something blows up or something, are you able or willing to pick up the pieces and start all over again? I want you to ask yourself those questions. And if you meet this criteria, let me show you what I have as far as like commitment. I ended up all these parts. Within 6 months, 2 engines blew up on me, 2 G23s. And I was able to pick it up. It's because of I love the boost so much that I could not go back. It's not just that I have a deep pockets. I save up for it. I really wanted to perfect it when it comes on boosting the G23. Those parts that you could get, it looks good. It's like, oh, it's like I'm saving some money there, you know, when you buy a kit or something. Let me have those and start from those. If it blows up, oh well, right? Those are what we are thinking. We're not really preparing for it. We're not preparing for the worst. And in order to enjoy it, you must carefully do some planning. I know a lot of money is involved. It's very expensive. The kit that you could buy, it's okay once you get it running. But after that, you starting doing an upgrade. So you ended up spending double. I hate to say this, but there's no such thing as budget build. What you're doing is you're buying some little things, inexpensive one, and half of those things it's not working. You ended up buying another one, an upgrade. It's always like that. We just could not learn from others' mistakes. We always wanted to find it in ourselves. There's a lot of videos out there, showing you, oh yeah, I put on a kit and everything and it works. You don't really have to spend a lot. But you don't hear anything after 6 months. You don't hear anything from it. And hopefully this episode, you won't end up like me, having all these parts. Because in the beginning, I wanted to save some money, but I ended up upgrading. So I'm spending double, 3 times than what I should be. So if you can, try to save up. The most important things that you could really, that you must have when you're building one of these, the one that you have really to get, that I could highly recommend, is the wastegate. Do not chip out when it comes to a wastegate. Get a well-known brand. The turbo, eBay turbo is fine. I started on those. I never have any problem on those. Fuel injectors, make sure to get those. A good brand, and also an ECU. Honda is a little bit older now, but it still works fine. And there's also a few ECU out there that you could get. It's more like it levels up with Honda and everything, the S300. So yeah, get one of those. Do not chip out on those, what, 1, 2, 3 items. Yeah, don't chip out on those. Blow off valve. I was using an eBay, an HKS, and that works fine for me. But if you can afford to get one of those, a good brand, please do. Yeah, that will be more like the 4th items. Yeah, those are the things that you must have, and also upgrade your fuel system, the fuel pump, at least a minimum of 255 cc, and always get a fuel regulator and also a fuel gauge. That way you could set your regulator, you could actually see how much you have on there. And always ventilate the system. The stock PCV will not work. Yeah, you're forcing so much air on there that you must ventilate the block, otherwise it'll come out somewhere. If you don't have something like this will get pushed out. It'll come out through here. The seals, possible of blowing off your seal. And strapping one of these, you're always constantly working on your car. You're always thinking of upgrading things. When it comes to oil, you will find out that why your oil is like water. Now you're adding oil cooler and everything, and asking friends, what kind of oil do you have to use and everything. This episode is not about scaring you or anything like that. I'm just giving you a reality check. That's what it is. This is just an introduction before you start buying parts. You must carefully do your planning when it comes to boosting an engine. But always come prepared to the worst. I have experienced it. I know some of my colleagues also did. And the number one worst enemy when it comes to turbocharging is heat soaking. You have to find a way to get rid or get that hot air out of there. If your intake air temperature is more than 120 degrees, you're not making power anymore. Heat soaking is the worst enemy. You must be prepared. Well, hopefully this episode will help you out. This is just an introduction. It's more like a personal questions, a qualification, a criteria that you must meet before you start boosting your motor. I might do a second episode on this one once after everything is put together, once it goes to a dyno. I'm expecting this one to be within maybe by January or something. Yeah. And hopefully this will help you out. I apologize if I might sound like a little bit rough, like I might sound that I don't want you to try boosting your engine. It's not. It's just the reality of it. You have to be committed once you do it. And make sure to like this episode and leave a comment. And I'll see you guys back. Boost is addicting. Once you go boost, you ain't going back. That is so true. I'll see you guys around. Okay. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you. Bye, bro.